No? And I'll write your name. Hey guys, today we're going to make herbed compound butter. And I'm going to take you out to me garden. And we are going to, excuse me, hold on. We are going to get some herbs for this butter. And we're doing clover down here, so we got a little fence here so the dogs don't get through, so I gotta climb over that. Okay, hold on a second. We are going to do some herbed butter. So compound butter. What is in compound butter? In compound butter, it is just regular regular butter. Usually they use unsalted butter and whatever herbs you prefer, and then a little bit of salt. I have salted butter because I'm not going to the store for anything extra, right? So I have salted butter and I have herbs. So I'm going to just pick some herbs and mush it around with the butter and make it herb butter. We had a big windstorm here the other day, so we got a bunch of things lying around. My first herb butter is this beautiful, gorgeous, I don't know if I can even, I'm using a new tripod, so bear with me. Anyways, my first herb is gonna be some of this. So we're just gonna cut it. We're not gonna take all of it, but see all those beautiful blossoms? We're gonna put those in the basket. And then we're gonna make some chive herb butter. So let's take this inside and get started. All right, you guys, so here we are. This is my KitchenMaid mixture. I got this from my mom, inherited it from my mom. So that's cool. So I got some room temperature butter, and since I have two bunches meaning handfuls of the chives that I cut, I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter. So you want softened butter for this. Hard butter is not going to do it. You're not going to be able to get a good emulsification of your herbs. So I've got that. We're going to take these chives. We're just going to take handfuls and we're going to start snipping them in. I might only need 1 handful of chives for this. You want those blossoms too. These blossoms are not only edible, but do they have a lot of flavor. Just snip those up. I'm going to start with that amount of chives for now. So I'm going to plug this in. Whoa! Helps if you have it on off when you plug it in. We're just gonna whip this butter up a little bit. Gonna scrape it out of the whisk to get all that unbeaten butter out. We're gonna do another little mix. I actually might be able to do quite a few sticks of butter now that I think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, I got more butter in here and I chopped up the rest of those chives. I'm just getting these blossoms in. Now I'm just using some snippers to get those in. Once I get all these in, then I'm gonna whisk it up. We're gonna whisk it up. We're gonna whip it up. That's the word I was looking for. My husband's looking at me like I'm dumb. He says I did no such thing. But we're just gonna get these blossoms in there, and then we're gonna whip this butter up, and then from there we're gonna just stick it into a wax paper and roll it up, and then we're gonna stick it in the fridge, and then we're gonna have compound chive butter. It's really not that hard. I made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be because I didn't prepare correctly. Right? You know how it goes. I'll be back in a second. With the mic, I'm afraid to start singing along with the song in the background because they can't hear it. And then it's just me singing. I don't want to. I'm worse at humming than I am at singing. I don't want to hum along. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Copyrights aren't going to stop me from singing along. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is pretty much all mixed in. And now I'm going to get some wax paper. We're going to roll it out onto some wax paper and make a little butter log. Be right back. Alright, so here's what our butter looks like now. Hi, cat. Here's what our butter looks like now. I'm going to scrape it down from the sides. And then I'm going to add it to this wax paper that I have here. Make sure you scrape all that stuff out. It's all good flavor, good butter, all that extra. Alright. So we are going to, I'm actually wondering if I should do it this way. I'm going to make a little bit of a log. Okay, now I have to wash my hands real quick. Alright. That is just so I can, it's just so I can roll it over like this. And we're going to squeeze it. We're going to make it into a little, ooh, I ripped it a little bit. That's okay, because we still have this. So we're going to make it into a log. I got it in the log. We're going to twist the sides. We're going to tighten that. And from this point, to get all nice and tight. Once you get to this point, you have a nice little log. You can put it into the fridge or the freezer for future use. There we go. There's my first compound herb butter with chives. Right, so here we go. We have the compound butter, and I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I will use this for any sort of cooking, baking, savory baking, obviously, since it has chives in it. But, yeah, compound butter. It's really that simple. I probably made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be, just because I'm using machinery, and I'm not used to using machinery. I'm used to using my hands. But I encourage you to all try and make some compound butter. I will probably be doing more of these, just because I have a lot of herbs that I'm going to need to preserve in some way. And oil is a great way to preserve herbs. Anyways, I'm going to sit this in my fridge, and when I cook it in the future, I will try to make a video about it, but it's all wobbly now. It'll be stiff later. Alright, you guys have a good day. Bye.